would like to invite you to join me for a wonderful journey about the nutrition program in tea, and I would like to give some examples about why the program is working, how is it working, and what we are doing. Why are we doing the meaningful program? We do it because we realize that farmers have a monotonous diet. And in fact, it's irony. Farmers know how to produce the food. They know how to feed the plants. They know how to feed the animals, but they lost their knowledge to feed their family properly. And it all depends, of course, on access, availability, and usage of food. In our case, in the tea producing areas, we are at such high altitude that vegetable production is easily possible. So the availability and access of nutritious food is there, but the usage of food is a problem, the consumption of the right nutritious food. How does our program work in the tea sector? We have 4 phases of the program. The first is the design phase, and that goes about analyzing the situation, making an investigation and assessment, coming up with a baseline survey. This is data and assessment. The second phase is implementation, and I will go a little bit deeper into it in a minute. And the third phase is, of course, evaluation. GAIN is very, very keen to come up with sound, proven results. So we also have results with a treatment group and control group. So we have we are known for sound results. And the fourth phase is scaling up. The program works in 9 weeks. It is a 9 weeks program. The first 5 weeks are about nutrition, and the other 4 weeks are about hygiene. And we come together in a comprehensive 9 weeks program. Where do we have the 9 weeks program? Presently, we work in 3 countries. It is India, Kenya, and Malawi. And in India and Kenya, we do our Diet High Diversity program. So we reached in total 70,000 people, 50,000 in India and 20,000 in Kenya. How is the program working? So, as I explained, we have different phases of behavior change. So, and for every stage, we developed different tools. So, for example, for the hygiene, for improving hygiene, we have different tools developed that are based on Unilever knowledge. So we have, for the awareness phase, we have a glow germ test. That is a test that you show that you put some powder on your hand. You wash it with water and with soap, and then you realize what means to have a clean hand. So we have a wonderful piece of awareness, very successful. And then we have, to make it easy, we use a flip chart to tell the story why is it important to wash hands. And in terms of commitment, we really pledge openly with a group at the different 9 weeks occasion. We pledge 4 times that we will wash the hands at 5 key occasions during one day. And for reinforcement, we have hand washing stickers to put on the mirror in the bathroom, and we have a wonderful tracking sheet, and that means every family has to track every day and make a tick mark on the tracking sheet that they really washed their hands at 5 key occasions. And this is really a reinforcement tool, not a monitoring tool. And the reward is our soap. For the nutrition program, we did it in the same manner, and that is, in fact, it turned out to be very successful and was very nice. So we have for the awareness campaign, we developed a food group poster with 10 food groups, and out of the 10 food groups, we have to eat 5 minimum per day. So it's a very appealing poster with different varieties per food group. The food group poster actually works very well in different circumstances. We tested it in Indian context and also in Kenya context, and it is a generic tool for other regions. Then for the second pillar, make it easy. We developed interactive boards, so to engage. So we said we start the conversation from the tea production, what is needed from the tea production, and in fact we translated it to nutrition. And that is a very nice interactive mechanism to bring farmer to the nutrition topic. Then we come to the third pillar, that is commitment, and commitment is a pledge. So we in India we ask to do the pledge on the heart. So people stand up and put the hand on the heart and do the pledge. In Africa and in Kenya it's like this. They pledge like this, putting up the hand. So we have different mechanisms of the pledges, but it's very powerful because it's a pledge in front of the community. The next pillar is reinforcement. And reinforcement is so necessary because our brain has to get reinforcement messages about minimum 21 days for hand washing and 30 days for nutrition. So we have tracking sheets that everybody has to tick mark what kind of food groups they ate every day, and that is really for reinforcement and in the mind. And we have also a shopping list for the visit on the markets, and the kitchen garden tracking sheets for the establishment of the kitchen garden. And we also provide some seeds as reinforcement tools, seeds according to different food groups, so that farmers can produce vegetables according to different food groups. And the last pillar is a reward. And we thought of a combined reward also. So it's a snake and ladder game for children and for the whole family, with messages for hygiene and messages for nutrition. It's very appealing. And for the seeds, one more point to the seeds, we selected different crops. And what is different to agricultural programs is, in agriculture programs you select the seeds according to the best markets, and we select seeds according to the most important various food groups. Behavior change tools. So we are, in fact, we are very proud that we have developed nutrition tools for farmer and workers in 6 languages for India and for East Africa. And we are going to, and we can easily do more. We have training videos that we have to unify our training, because everything depends on the master trainer that stands in front of the workers and the farmers to say, hey, this is a peeling program and this is our concept. So we have training videos how to that uniforms the approach. Then we have wonderful hygiene tools also available in all the languages. And we have a very nice implementation guide for master trainers, 1-pagers. They go every week, 9 weeks, they get a 1-pager with all the tools, with the messages, and with a flow of interaction. And if you come back to our pilot, because how do we know that this is a good approach? We did a pilot with 2,500 people in Tamil Nadu, with workers and with farmers. And what we realized is, and we wanted to increase the dietary diversity up to minimum 5 food groups a day. So what we realized is we looked into smallholder farmers and farmer and estate workers. So in the beginning, in the treatment, so before we started, 30% of the population, for 30% of our target farmers and 35% of our comparison group ate 5 food groups a day, not more than that. And after the pilot, we had 70% of the group with our pilot. They reached the level of 5 food groups. And at the same time, the comparison group also could increase, and that is reason that is it's partly seasonality, but also a little bit we wanted to find out. It's partly also because of contamination, so that master trainers also or the message was spread. So that is, but nevertheless, we have a net change of 13%, and that looks, from agriculture perspective, it looks very limited, but from the behavior change perspective, it is high, because how to change behavior, it always takes time, and it's a different process. So from the behavior change, experts were in fact satisfied, and this is significant, statistically proven significant change. And that is because of our set of data. For the for the workers, and that was very motivating. So the workers, they can really afford to come to 5 food groups a day. 62% could, and the net change is 23%. So the impact for the workers, for the estate workers and farm workers, is really higher even than for the smallholders, and which is very good because we wanted really to make a change for the workers. And the value of the program, we ask, and that is also that is a very important piece. So it creates loyalty. It is called Our Families, Our Most Important Crop, and this is really felt by the farmers. The farmers are not, they get support for their agricultural production, but then they get, with this program, they get support for their families. And they see it as an extreme value. And because of the loyalty to the tea estates really increased. So they said because of this program, they the decision to deliver to the tea factory will continue, knowing that not all farmers could choose because of proximity, but nevertheless, that is a big component of loyalty in the program. So the and what is positive, that the estate workers that have really bad, the nutrition is worse than for the farmers, really benefited more than the farmers, and which was very nice for the impact. So if we come to the success, I think the success of the program is because of its simplicity. It's the whole message of good nutrition and hygiene is brought back to 5 times 5 food groups a day and 5 occasion hand washing. And in Kenya we even do high five. So we have a commitment. We have a pledge with high five. So 5 food groups, 5 occasion hand washing, high five. This is very nice. In India it doesn't work because of the different culture, but it is the simplicity, so that we can bring it back to 5 times 5, and the simplicity of having a tracking sheet and different stages of behavior change. That were already proven in Lifeboy, and we could bring it to nutrition. And I personally, what I'm very touched by benefits of the mentioned by the farmers. They say it's a life-changing program, and that is touching because they really can see that they can, with more attention to food, they can change their lives and they can change their potential in lives. And that is very, very important for me personally, and I think also for everybody that runs the program. And if you see the benefits also mentioned, perceived benefits of that they feel healthier, that they feel stronger, and that they even happier. So I'm very pleased that we are doing this program. And if you want to know more, please come back to us. Thank you.